everyone. In the process of learning a subject, the most important and first step is to read the lesson, isn't it? In school, teacher makes us to read the lesson once before explaining. But at home, for the students who find it difficult to read the lesson and for the differently abled, we are introducing audio textbooks. These will help you to listen and read the lesson while going through the text. Our state government has provided us with PDF of the textbooks. So let us start reading the lessons. The second lesson in English subject is Telangana, the pride of the people. Let us now start reading the lesson. Hari was sitting in the armchair and was reading the newspaper. Kiran, his son, observed the emotions appearing on his father's face. Dad, what is special in the news? Why are you so emotional? Kiran asked. Today is the red letter day for us, dear. The Union government has declared Telangana as the 29th state of the country. It took years for the government to take this decision. Many people sacrificed their lives for our state. We need to remember the martyrs who sacrificed their lives for separate Telangana state. Now we have our own state with our own culture, Hari said. Dad, please tell me more about it, Kiran requested eagerly. Dear child, the long-lasting dream of our people has become true. The birth of our state has made our vision real. Now, there are more chances for employment and inclusive development. Moreover, we can revive our culture, we can revive our language, Hari said. Dad, is our language different? Kiran asked. Not exactly, said Hari. It is a variant of Telugu, a dialect, but it has not been given the status of a language and was humiliated on many occasions. Even our festivals are not given much importance. Indeed, our Telangana language is part of our culture, Hari explained. What are the special festivals of our state, Dad? Kiran asked. We celebrate the main festivals as well as the regional festivals. Festivals like Bonalu, Batukamma and Peerla Panduga reflect our life, said Hari. Meanwhile, Hari saw Lakshmi coming. Now it's your mother's turn. She will let you know about our festivals, Hari said. We celebrate our festivals with warmth and fervor. Bonalu, our state festival, is celebrated during Ashadam as thanksgiving to the goddess Mahankadi for fulfilling our wishes. We prepare rice cooked with milk and jaggery, put it in a ghatam, the decorated pot, and carry the pot in a procession singing songs. The fete culminates as the ghatams are offered to the local goddesses, said Lakshmi. Indu, Kiran's sister, joined them and said, Yes, last Tuesday we saw the jubilant procession. Indu asked, Mom, what about Batukamma? Batukamma festival is celebrated as part of Dashera. The festival has historical and religious significance. Women carry Batukamma beautifully stacked with Tangedu, Gunugu and Chamanti flowers to the meeting points, making circles around Batukamma. Women folk sing songs related to our culture. Later, the Batukamma are taken to the local tanks and streams to be immersed, Lakshmi explained. What is Muharram? Kiran asked. Muharram is celebrated in many parts of our state. It is the symbol of religious tolerance. During this, the Pirlu are kept in village points. The Pirlu are immersed in the local lakes and tanks. Indeed, our festivals and art forms symbolize our culture. They are reflected in our lifestyle, said Hari. Our saris are famous worldwide, said Lakshmi. The saris of Pochampalli, Gadwal and Narayanpet are very popular for their attractive patterns. Our weavers of Sirsilla produce saris that fit in a matchbox. The wooden toys of Nirmal steal the hearts of everyone. All this make our state great, said Indu. Besides, we have Jataras. The Sammakka and Saralamma Jatara of Medaram, Warangal is one of the biggest gatherings in the world. Lakhs of people take part in it. Moreover, there are several places of attraction in our state. Hyderabad, Nagarjun Sagar, Yadadri, Vemulavada, Alampur, Srirangapuram and Bhadrachalam are some among them, said Hari. We went on a tour to Nagarjun Sagar last year. We visited the museum there. It has a huge collection of antiques, said Indu. And the Salajung Museum of Hyderabad is one of the three national museums which has antiques and portraits collected by a single person, Kiran added. We visited the Golconda Fort last Sunday. There we saw the place where Bhakta Ramadasu was imprisoned. Indu added. Not only that, our great poets contributed to our rich culture. Bammera Potana's Bhagavatam is known for its literary fragrance. Kancharla Gopanna, known as Bhakta Ramadasu, made our literature great with his Kirtanas. Mallinganti Suri, Kaloji Narayan Rao, Dasarathi Rangacharyalu and Dasarathi Krishnamacharyalu are the jewels of Telangana, said Lakshmi. Oggu Katha is a very popular folklore, singing, praising and narrating the stories of Mallanna, Veerappa and Yellamma. The narrator and the chorus, two narrators, dramatize and transform themselves into the characters. Pirini Shiva Tandavam is the dance form originated in Telangana. It has historical prominence. During the dynasty of the Kakatiyas, the soldiers performed this dance as the invocation and dedicated it to Lord Shiva. This dance form was revived by Sri Nataraja Ramakrishna. Hari said, it is high time for us to remember our great personalities who dedicated their life for Telangana. The temples, the antiques, the art forms, the literature and our language contribute to our culture and heritage. We need to preserve them. I hope our government will also take necessary steps in this regard, said Hari. The second poem in our English textbook is In the Bazaars of Hyderabad. Let us start reading the poem. What do you sell, O ye merchants? Richly your wares are displayed, turbans of crimson and silver, tunics of purple brocade, mirrored with panels of amber, daggers with handles of jade. What do you weigh, O ye vendors? Saffron and lentil and rice. What do you grind, O ye maidens? Sandalwood, henna and spice. What do you call, O ye peddlers? Chessman and ivory dice. What do you make, O ye goldsmiths? Frizzlers and anklets and rings. Bells for the feet of blue pigeons, frail as a dragonfly's wing. Girdles of gold for dancers, scabbards of gold for the king. What do you cry, O ye fruitmen? Citron, pomegranate and plum. What do you play, O ye magicians? Spells for aeons to come. What do you weave, O ye flower girls? With tassels of azure and red, crowns for the brow of a bridegroom, chaplets to garland his bed, sheets of white blossoms new garnered, to perfume the sleep of the dead. The next lesson in extensive reading of our textbook is Bammera Potana, the jewel of Telugu literature. So let's start reading the lesson. Bammera Potana was the remarkable poet who was born in our state. He translated Bhagavatam into Telugu. He was born in Bammera village of Warangal district. He belonged to an agricultural family. His father was Kisanna and his mother was Lakshmamma. He never hesitated to work in the agricultural fields despite his interest in poetry. At the early age, Potana wrote Bhogini Dandakamu for King Sri Singhabhupala. Later he wrote Veerabhadra Vijayamu describing the adventures of Veerabhadra, the son of Lord Shiva. The main theme of the work was the destruction of the yajna performed by King Daksha in the absence of Lord Shiva. Potana was a devotee of Lord Shiva. Later he became a devotee of Lord Rama and developed interest in salvation. It is said that he was invoked by Lord Rama and took up the work of translating Vyasa's Bhagavatam into Telugu, which was later known as Potana's Bhagavatam. It is said that Lord Rama himself complimented the work. Potana himself credited this in his Bhagavatam. పలికెడిది భాగవతమట పలికించు విభుండు రామభద్రుండట నే పలికిన భవహరమగునట పలికెద వేరొండు గాథ పలుకగ నేల. దీనికి అర్థం రాయబోయేది భాగవతం రాయించేవాడు రామభద్రుడు. ఆ భాగవతాన్ని రచిస్తే మళ్ళీ పుట్టుకలేని మోక్షం లభిస్తుంది. మరి వేరే ఏవో కథలు రాయడం ఎందుకు? ఆ భాగవతాన్నే రచిస్తాను అంటారు పోతన మహాకవి. Potana dedicated his Bhagavatam to Lord Rama, refusing the orders of King Padmanayaka. He thought it would be better to dedicate the divine work to Lord Rama, not to any mortal king. Potana was fond of using rhythm and repetition of sounds. His descriptions touch the hearts of the readers. Even common people quote the verses of Gajendra Mokshamu and Prahalada Charitra from Potana Bhagavatam. Potana is not among us now, but his works live forever and ever. His poetry still rings in our ears.
Yeah.